Thanks for coming to Paythepoolman.com. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at how to set in-depth employee permissions to allow you to create an employee that is a service manager, an office worker, or maybe you just want a regular employee to have the ability to add a customer and possibly make bids and invoices. So we can go into our program here. We're in our plus control panel. Now we're going to go ahead and select Bill Murray here, and we're going to go on down. Right here, we can see we have a new orange box and it says show more. Now, we're going to preface this at the very beginning with, for a standard service worker in the field, you typically will not need to set any of these to on. This is typically only when you need a special case. So a service worker has the ability to add extras through the Plus program, so you wouldn't need to do that here. But this is really if you want to have office staff that has fine-grained permissions, or you need a worker that's out in the field who's also your manager to be able to dabble back and forth, adding customers, creating bids, whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and start with owner mode. So owner mode is going to go ahead and give you access to everything. Once you turn this one on, you're going to seamlessly be able to go between your Plus and your Pay the Pool Man program with the toggle of a button. So do not use this unless you are the owner or you have a very highly trusted employee, because they have the ability to touch everything in your billing all the way to your routing. Next, we're going to see we have a bunch of basically described locations that you can grant access to or take it away. So they're all away by default. And so you can see, if we just go down the list, ability to access the main dashboard. That's going to give them the ability to send out late text messaging, late email, invoices, whatnot. Then we have Plus Control Panel. Typically, that would be for like a route manager. They can get in there and start adding in routes and scheduling repairs. Next, we have company settings. Once again, we really don't recommend that you use that one, but you can choose to do that if you want. Then we have the ability to add extras in Pay the Pool Man. Like I said before, we already do have that ability for regular employees, but this is like if you have a office worker, she can do it directly from the office. Next, we have the ability to send out reports, do the filter tracking, add expenses, run your billing. That is a very big one. Make sure before you turn each one of these on that you do provide proper training to your employees so that they don't accidentally foul something up. These are typically going to be your most common ones: the ability to add a new customer, the ability to change income items, add payments, mass emails. That one you want to use very sparingly, because that gives your employee the ability to talk to all of your customers with a click of a button. And then lastly, access to the customer lookup. So that's going to give them the ability to dive in there, do bids, invoices, change contact information, you name it. They have access to anything with that customer when you can turn that on. So let's go ahead and add a couple in here. So we're going to go ahead and add the ability to do bids, invoices, and whatnot. And then let's go ahead and also add the ability to add new customers. So now that we've added those into the system, they're going to switch our view over to our employees view. And they can use this whether they are on a phone, a tablet, or even in the office on a computer. They all go through the Plus portal at plus.paythepoolman.com. Okay, so now we're at our employees view, and we can see that we have this blue button at the bottom of the screen. That is new. That is giving them the ability to dive in there into those permissions that we've granted to that employee and go back and forth very easily. So now we can see, if we click that button, it's going to take us into Pay the Pool Man, and it looks a little bit different than you're typically used to, because it has the employee's name listed and a nice visible sign showing that it's an employee logged in. And if we click our menu, we can see that we only have the options available to us that we've chosen. So we have our Plus customer, and then we have access to be able to look up our customers. So if we need to, we can actually dive in and do that. And we can go ahead and we can create our bids, create invoices directly from there. Or we can also, at the top here, there's a new option to go back to Plus. We're going to select that. That way, if your employee has to dive in to do something real quick, like add a new customer or create a new bid, they can simply now go back and continue on with the rest of their route. So as you can see, let's switch back over to our view of our control panel. So now, as you can see, there are so many options to set. This really allows you, the owner, to take control of your company and really hand out as much trust to your employees as you want to give them, or take it away. They all come off by default. So as soon as you add that employee into the system, all of these options are set to off. It's up to you whether or not you want to add those in to be able to allow your employee to be more efficient. These are just some of the things that we've given you to take better control of your company and to save you time and money. Thank you very much and have a great day.